So I want to do a video of my car, just kind of, I'll say midway through the painting and bodywork process. Maybe a little bit more than midway, but maybe a quick look at it here. I've got, I think it's 6 coats now of black Tremclad paint. And right now, just finished sanding 600 grit, and then now it's been freshly coated twice. So most of the car will get treatment from 800 grit now. Some of the car, like the driver's side of the hood, as you can see here, has some issues still that for some reason I either didn't fill enough or just completely missed. Completely out to lunch on some of these things, but for the most part that was just sanded with I think it's 260 grit before I painted this. So the hood, this side of the hood is a little bit behind, and I think this driver's side door is a bit behind as well. It had some issues that weren't originally detected, but for the most part it's not bad right now. It's not the greatest light in here either to really get an idea. I mean, this part of the car isn't horrible. You can see it's quite foggy in comparison to, you know, a normal car's paint job. But that being said too, the last coat I put on it, it was kind of cold in the garage because I did it at like 2 o'clock in the morning. I should have probably had this heater running here, but it just wasn't warm enough, so I found that it didn't clear up quite as nice as some of the previous coats have. But that being said, it doesn't really matter at this point as long as I get the thickness in there that I need. Probably can't see much of anything here, but there's a pretty good I look at it there. You can see reflection is pretty good. It's very, very black. It's very dark. I like the crispness of the black. The depth is good. You can see some of the things I've fixed, you know, a couple coats ago are still showing through. They're fairly black, but just the textures aren't, you know, masked yet. But generally, like the smoothness of the car is there. Just needs some more time. Yeah, you think about, I think I've probably thrown half a gallon of paint on it by now. We'll say maybe a little less. My ratio is about 50-50 or so paint to mineral spirits. And I did start with the Tremclad primer without it being diluted, and it worked quite well. My bodywork skills are something to be desired. It's been kind of a trial and error for me a little bit with this, but generally you get an idea here of the type of work and quality that can be achieved with a with a cheap paint job, essentially. Really, for me though, I think there's nothing wrong with this quality of this paint or how well it'll work once it's done. It's really all about the prep work, and really I've put a lot of time into it, but had I been better from the get-go, I probably would be further along already. So I'm gonna have to continue, I think, sanding this and getting it, you know, probably doing some spot filling here and there as I go along, and I'll probably end up with, you know, 12, maybe even 14 coats of paint on it by the time I'm totally done. Some parts, like the passenger side panels, I may be able to stop at 10 or 12 coats, but these ones here, specifically the hood and this door, will probably take some more work. But overall though, like I said, it's not bad. I'm not going for showroom on this car. I just really want it to be better than it was. And if you see my original introduction Camaro video, it's come quite a long way. I guess if anybody, as far as a full idea, I still got the straight 6 in there, pretty dirty, still runs just fine. Since the last time, I think I actually put a video up for shocks. I've since put air shocks in there. I like them. I've always liked the ability to adjust the height, and I think they were a Monroe one, so they're, you know, a decent brand, nothing crazy or anything. They were the same tires on I had before, but I do plan to polish those up, probably paint them a little bit, and I got some nice center caps for them. And I got the center console with the original shifter. It's in the car, but it's not mounted yet. You can get an idea here. I've spent quite a bit of time. I redid the seats. I've got new upholstery for the back seat. There is a nice brand new package tray with speaker grills underneath this mess here. And dash is all painted, door panels are all done, so it actually looks pretty good inside. Brand new dash pad as well. Yeah, it's pretty well done inside, nicely. End game is going to be a turbocharger for the straight six. It's kind of the unique performance option that I want to go with. I've got boxes over here just full of random stuff. I got the it's going to be the manifold. The exhaust manifold is there. It's from a larger, you get the 292 straight six manifold that will support a larger diameter